First, I'd like to start by welcoming all of you to today's Power Your Lunch Hour presentation. I'm Vanessa Hansel, the Assistant Director at the North 65 Chamber, and I'm joined today by Executive Director Melissa Bettendorf, who will be co-facilitating today's meeting with me. As I mentioned, we will be recording the presentation and the Q&A session of today's meeting, and it will be available to view at a later date with a link on our website. You are encouraged to introduce yourselves, put questions or comments in the chat as we go through today's presentation, and then we'll be taking questions at the end after the session. So now let's get started as we power through our lunch hour today, and I'd like to turn it over to Melissa to begin our Canva workshop.
Excellent, thank you, Vanessa. Today we're going to introduce you to Canva, which is an online design tool for users with all experience levels. I'm going to share my screen here with you. And so we have prepared our presentation here in Canva. You can access all your Canva tools from the web, and there's no charge unless you choose to use the features of an upgraded package. The free version does give you a solid collection of design options to enable you to create presentations, social media graphics, promotional materials, and more. With its ease of use, functionality, and the ability to use it from anywhere, Canva is a helpful tool for any business. All right, in today's workshop, you will learn how to get started in Canva, to set up an account, explore templates and export options, create a brand kit or page to store your brand specific elements, use your brand elements to customize a Canva template for social media post, and you'll find additional training and tutorials to help you become a Canva pro. So if you're ready to step up your design game and get noticed, let's get started. So Canva has unlimited potential to help you create professional looking materials for all your business needs. I want to show you an example of how we've used Canva to increase our visual impact and post engagement on Facebook. So here you'll see the image on the left is a post with pictures and text from a ribbon cutting a while back. More recently, we held a ribbon cutting and made a similar post, but used Canva to create a unified graphic, including brand elements, pictures, and text. The difference in engagement was noteworthy. And there are, of course, other factors at play in terms of engagement, but the value of professional looking, eye-catching graphics can't be overlooked. So let's get started. To access Canva, you'll go to canva.com to set up your account, similarly to how you would set up any other type of online account. You can use your email, Facebook, or Google account to set up this login. And once your account is set up, you're in. Like in most programs, you'll find your account information and settings at the upper right. For help, click on the question mark with the circle to access support, tips, and troubleshooting. It's extensive. There's even a design school where you can learn from videos posted by experts. Along the left side, you can view all of your designs, get organized, and collaborate with others by sharing designs and even creating a team. One of the most convenient and easy functions to use in Canva is the option to start with a template and personalize it in a matter of minutes. So let's take a look at those templates. So here from our home page, you can access new design templates by using the search bar. For example, here we'll search for an Easter flyer. And you'll see a variety of options that appear. And you can even sort these by type so that you can start with just the right document. Back on the home page, if you just want to get started quickly, here at the top, there are some top areas you might want to select on with these quick links, or you can scroll and view posts by platform, by size. You can create logos, flyers, it goes on and on. So there are a couple different ways to access templates, or you can just go ahead and click Create a Design in the upper right to get started with a blank page. And so as you can see, there's a deep selection to choose from, and all this is available to you once you understand the basics of using this really intuitive program. I wanted to note that I'm showing you the free version today. Later in the presentation, Vanessa will show you some of the features that are available in the pro version, which we use at the Chamber. We found that the investment is worth it in terms of the time to become proficient, as well as the small subscription cost compared to other programs. And we're excited because we can create designs in just minutes. So let's dig in on your brand elements. You'll want to make sure that the designs you're creating utilize your specific branding, including your logo, fonts, colors, anything else that makes your business unique and identifiable to your customers. Using the brand kit feature here from the left, you'll be able to set your brand elements, making it easy to find and use them every single time. So you'll see you can upload a logo, you can upload colors and upload brand fonts. However, some of these are limited in the free version, but that's not a problem. We can show you a workaround so that you can have all of your brand elements in one place inside of the Canva program. So you'll see here when we try to add a logo, we'll encounter the option to upgrade and give it a try. And you may want to do that. Here we can upload brand colors, and we want to upload as many of these as we can because they'll show up later as we're creating our designs. So you can name the brand colors, and so these are our Chamber colors. And there's a couple colors already uploaded here. If you wanted to remove a color, you just simply click the X. But here we want to add a new color. We've got a red in our logo. So we click the plus, and it opens up this menu where we can enter our brand color, which I know is CC000, and there's our red. If you didn't have that and wanted to select something that was close to your brand color, or you're looking to try some new colors, you can use this to scroll around and choose from the entire rainbow of colors. For now, we're going to leave it at that red and move on. And so there's our colors. And again, you're going to encounter when you try to add these fonts that this is also part of the pro. So let's get in and show you how we can work around that. And that's through creating a branded template. So in this simple document, I've summarized the logo, the colors, and the fonts that I'll primarily use in my designs. And I'll take you through how to create this. And a lot of the things that we'll cover in creating this simple brand kit will also apply to creating other designs. And so I began by being at our homepage, again, creating a design. And then I selected a flyer or poster. Really any blank template will do here in this case. And at the left, we can select our uploads. This is where we can bring in pictures, logos, images. We've already uploaded quite a number of things, but you can just simply click the Upload Media button and bring in your media from any of these sources. And so our logo is here, so we are going to just drag it over. Simply click on it and drag it over to place it. Next, we're going to navigate to the elements. And here I'm going to choose a square, but you could choose any shape. And just simply drag and drop it on the page. And I can easily resize this square by selecting the corners or the sides to adjust the shape. I want to make it about this size because I want to place 4 of them here on the page. So once you've resized it, select it, and then you can right-click to copy, and then you can right-click again to paste. It's going to populate this where it asks you to use Control V to paste. So we will do that and paste a few copies in place. So now I've got those 4 and I can arrange them on the page. These are going to hold my brand colors. And notice the little purpley pink guidelines that come up. These will help us to line up any of our design elements from being centered to being lined up along their edges. Now that I've got my squares arranged, I want to add my brand colors to each, and I'll show you with one. So I'll start here. And notice when I select it up here, color appears. And if I click this, it expands a whole menu of colors I can use, including those chamber colors we entered in our brand kit initially, as well as colors from a photo that are on the page. So this is an area where if you had a specific photo that you wanted to match colors to, once it's on the page, you'll have access to many of the colors that are in that photo. So here I can select my chamber color, can select another box and choose that color. If I had a 4th color that's not part of this, I can simply select that box and enter the color name up above. Or here, if I'm looking for a new color, I can also enter a name and it will give me some different options, as well as some collections that look good together that have been provided by a designer. So now that I've got my colors on this page, I want to be able to identify them. And just like we went to these menus and clicked and dragged, there's a text option. So we can click our text and we can bring over a box. And we can edit this. So you'll see in my completed brand kit, I edited all the text to include the names of all my colors. So that way I can always refer to them, even if they weren't part of my brand kit. And here I'll show you a way that when you have your brand kit completed, you can utilize it to copy and paste across tabs. So I'm going to copy this title and bring it over here and paste it. And it reminded me again, use Control V. So it's brought it in, and I do need to do a little resizing and adjustment, but I can just pick it up and move it around. And so there I've got my title. Excellent. Finally, we want to bring in some fonts. So from here at the text screen, you can bring over a heading. You can bring over a subheading. And you'll see when you click on these that you can choose the font they are. So you can search for the font that it corresponds to your brand, or you can look and find something that's very similar. And then you would just, in this case, ours is Open Sans. And so we have that. If I wanted to make it Aliza, I can do that and it changes it. And then what you can do is you can even name this so that you know the name of it when you access it in the future. So this sheet now is yours to customize for whatever elements you want to keep track of in the future. And we realize that you might not have specific brand colors or fonts or even a logo, and that's okay. As a starting point, we would encourage you to select fonts and colors that feel right for your business and brand, and then use them consistently to create a unified look. Creating a logo and brand image are topics for another day. But by having these elements ready for use for any application, it'll make your design time efficient and productive with professional results. Now let's get creating. Vanessa.
Now that we've covered some basics, let's get creative. For the next part of today's workshop, we are going to design a social media post, show you how to quickly personalize it, how to use it for a variety of different applications, and finally, how to post it to your social media platforms. I'm going to share my screen. Today is National Puppy Day, so we are going to create a post for that. As most of you know, a post about animals is sure to get good engagement on your social media because who doesn't love puppies? We'll start by choosing a Facebook post template. When designing for social media, you want to keep it simple, effective, and eye-catching. Look for a layout that best matches your design style and the message you want to convey, because every template can be personalized. We have a large variety of templates to choose from. As you see here, I selected one that has a large photo area and some text because that's the design that I'm looking for. At the top right, you want to start by naming your design right in here. And I always like to design and name mine with Facebook post at the beginning. So as eventually you're scrolling through your library, you'll be able to quickly identify what application you're going to use it for. Next, we're going to personalize our design. I'm going to start by editing the photos. We have a large variety of photos to choose from here in the stock photos. Along the right, or along the left, you'll choose photos. And then I searched puppy to go with our design. All you need to do is select a photo and drag and drop it over. If you're using the free version of Canva, this little icon down here will tell you it'll either say free or it'll say pro. So you'll know if it's available to you with the free or the pro version. So we're just going to drag this over here. And when using a option for a photo in Canva, one of the features of Canva is that you can upload and edit your own personal photos for your design. You can use your own photo or find free images online. One site that I like to use is pexels.com. To add your photos to Canva, you'll go to the Uploads tab and then either drag the image into this area or you just hit the Upload Media button. As you can see here, I have one of my own personal photos and this little cute picture here I found on pexels.com. And now back to our post. You have many options to edit your photo. You can drag it around, you can crop it, you can resize it. Once you click on and select the photo, you'll see here that there's effects, filters, adjustments, crop, and flip. If you go to filter, there's an option there where you can change the coloring of your photo. And then back to none if you want to resume how it was. Uploading your own images to Canva and then editing the image gives you the personal design that you are looking for. You also have options to edit the background color. So you click in the color area to highlight the entire image, click on the color box, and then as you'll see here, because I'm using the Pro version, my chamber colors are already here for me. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to our blue background because I think that looks nice with the photo. These are elements. If you'd like to change the color of the elements, you can click on one, click the color box. I'm going to change mine to the lighter gray. And then here at the bottom, you'll see it says change all. So that's saying that I want to change all the paw prints from blue to my lighter gray color. So we can just go ahead and easily do that. Another essential part of design is to include your brand's font or an eye-catching font that communicates the theme or feel of your design. Canva offers text options, or you can use the text from your brand kit that you set up. If your font is not included in the default fonts in Canva, with the Pro version, you can download it as a TFF or TTF file and then upload it to Canva. And one place to search for fonts online is dafont.com. From the design screen along the left navigation bar, we're going to select text. As you'll see, Canva includes design groups that you could click and add those to your post, but we're going to just change the font that's here to our brand font. So you can highlight it, click on the font options, and there's my brand font. I can do the same. Change each of our fonts. And just like that, we have a post that's personalized to our brand and our design style. With the fonts, you also have options. If you click on the box, you'll see the basics across the top here: bold, italics, the indentation. This is for spacing. And there's an effects button where you can add shadows, different styles, and then a curve, which actually will wrap your text in a circular shape. Your logo is an important part of your brand and your business. So for this example, we will also want to be sure to include our logo in this design. We'll go along the left to the Uploads tab, grab a logo, and drag it over. Oh, it's trying to put it in with my photo, so I'm going to have to just kind of put it on the side, resize it, and then move it up into the image. One thing to consider when uploading your own photos is the file type. Typically, a JPEG file will have a background and a PNG will be transparent, as you'll see the two options that I have here. And then finally, you can make your images on social media really stand out by animating them. Canva's animation tool allows you to animate your designs quickly and easily, and then save it as a GIF or an MP4 movie file. And that button is right here under Animate. And it will show you a variety of options that you have on different ways you can animate your design. And now that our design is complete in just a matter of minutes, Canva provides many different publishing options that make it easy and convenient to use one design for different applications. So you'll go here to the download icon, over here to the drop-down menu, and you'll see we can save it as a PNG, a JPEG, different PDF options, and then there's our video or our GIFs if we have an animated file. And one last thing I wanted to mention was that with Canva Pro, you have a resize option that allows you to take an existing design, such as the one we've done here, and quickly convert it to a different size for a new use. And that resize button is here. So you could make a Facebook cover, a flyer, or different things with just a small amount of reorganizing your design. And then finally, we want to post it to our social media. I like to see what the post will look like on my screen in Facebook before I publish it. So I save my design, usually as a PNG. Then I go into Facebook and I attach my image and write my text. If you are using the free Canva version, this is how you will post to your social media account. In using the Canva Pro, you have an option to post straight to your social media platform using this Publish to Facebook button. The first time you use it, it'll prompt you to connect to Facebook, as you see here. And now, in just a short time, we've created an eye-catching Facebook post that can be quickly personalized for use with many applications. Today's workshop is just the beginning of what you can do on Canva. Whether you are using the Pro or the free version, Canva allows you to create anything you can imagine, designed with your brand in mind. And now we would like to hear from you and any questions that you may have. And a reminder that you can ask your questions by unmuting, raising your hand, or posting them in the chat. I know we covered a lot in a short amount of time, but hopefully that was a good start on getting all of you familiar with using Canva. In the chat, Aviva says this was great. She learned some new things about using Canva that she can use immediately. Rebecca says a great description and very helpful. Does anyone have any questions?
I just wanted to comment. I know that we would be available if anyone wants to connect on, kind of looking through the features or talking about them afterward. Sheila's asking, can you touch on the groups feature? Are you talking in terms of grouping items?
Well, I'm not sure. It showed up on there on the left-hand side, and it was the features and it said groups. Does that mean that you can share what you're doing with like your other coworkers if you all wanted to use the same template? It just said kind of on the left side, I don't know, it said groups, and then there were some other things. I just didn't know what that meant.
Well, sure. I think you're talking about maybe a team.
Oh, is that what it was? Teams?
Yes. So yes, you can share your designs with a team. You would enter people's email address to invite them to be part of your team. The other thing you can do is at the top of your design, let's grab an example. There is a share button. And from there, you can share your design with a colleague and you can actually edit it together. It's literally shared, similar to how Google Documents are shared.
Are there any additional questions? We've really powered through our lunch hour today and we're nearing the end of our session. So we're welcome to answering any questions. If there's interest, we could always look at doing an additional session. There are so many robust features that Canva offers, and we really just kind of scratched the surface today. So if that's something that you are interested in, please contact the Chamber office and let us know. We'd be happy to set up additional training if anyone would also like a one-on-one session. So if there are no further questions, we thank you so much for being here and exploring Canva with us today. We hope you can join us next time for our next Power Your Lunch Hour, held the fourth Tuesday of every month. These quick 30-minute sessions are designed to provide you with focused, valuable training, resources, and business connections. You'll find all the latest about our Power Your Lunch Hour and other Chamber programs on our website, which is north65chamber.com. And as we wrap up here today, we will stay on Zoom for a few minutes to answer any other questions. Otherwise, thank you all for joining us, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.